And it's going to beach freeze.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Harv's World. So far, I see Juicy and Andrew Baxter in the house. We have got Caveman, we have got Sharko, and there's a few others watching. Glad to have you here. One of two streams left on Island Life. I think we got one more on Saturday, and that's going to be it for this map. We will be moving on. How's everybody doing? You guys having a good week? Good hump day? I hope you're getting the most out of your hump day, if you know what I mean. Anyway, let's find out where we stand. Again, we have Caveman and Sharko. Say hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. It's like the Three Stooges. We should do the Three Stooges at the beginning. Hello, 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 hello. Anyway, moving right along. Where do we stand? We have got so much going on. It's almost hard to keep track of at this point. 57 is very well grown. What did we put in 57, guys? Do we remember? Anybody remember?
No.
It was it lettuce?
No, lettuce is in 51 and 52. That's coming right along too.
Onions?
Was it?
Nope,
No,
not onions.
It's canola. So canola's in
Yes.
57. It's about ready. We've got lettuce in 51, 52. It's not far away from being ready. We've got oats and wheat in 69 and 70. Those are ready to harvest. We have got cotton in 95. We have got a sugarcane field on 68 that we're going to be harvesting today. 10 and 11 is sunflowers. That's not far away. 12 is carrots. We only have one crop left to plant. Oh, and of course, we just harvested up our... we just harvested up that clover again. I'm sure you guys are sick of clover, so we just knocked that out. Oh, and we've got 101 and 102, which are coming along, and I don't remember what we put in those. We got sugar beets down there, and something else. What did we put down
No,
there?
not carrots. Onions? One of those onions.
Oh, it is onions. Sugar beets and onions, and then we have in our little field down here that we created. We've taken out all the grapes. So we have got rice down here. Oh, that has not been fertilized or anything down there, guys. That field down there by the clover field has not been fertilized. In fact, I'm not seeing the rice in that field either. What's going on down there?
I see it, so...
Oh, for some
Yeah.
reason rice is turned off for me. I don't know why. Okay. Rice down there, but it doesn't have any fertilizers on it whatsoever, so we need to get some fertilizer on there.
I fertilized that field.
Let me double check. Oh, it was clicked off. It's fully fertilized. Never mind. Anyway,
Okay.
we have one... Well, technically we have 2 crops left to plant. One of them is potatoes, which I'm going to take care of right now while these guys do a little bit of cleanup work, because this is not going to take long.
Potato.
Oh,
Spell the
juicy.
clover.
Juicy. We did a lot. We have cleared a lot of fields, so we got rid of all the grapes. We harvested red grapes until we were sick of them, and then we got rid of the grapes, sold off the grape harvesters. We have enough grapes in storage to make red and white wine until it's pouring out of our ears, so we don't have any worries there. We harvested the alfalfa, cleared that off. Any field we had cleared, and there were a lot of cleared fields plus new ones that we bought, got a different type of crop. So as you can see, we've got sugar beets, onions, sunflowers, canola, lettuce, just to name a few. So we've pretty much decided that, oh, well, we've got cotton. Cotton's in one of our newer fields. And we've pretty much decided at this point that, any new field we purchase is going to get grass, because grass is the only thing we have left to put out there. So, man, there's no way to get through here except going through the silo. We got equipment stacked up all over the place. Or just, I mean, it's stacked neatly in a line, but the line, it's like a battlefront there.
They're all prepared for battle.
None shall
Battle,
pass.
The battle of harvesting. Yes, we did do a lot last stream.
Yeah, it's like the Dark Knight on the bridge in or not the Meaning of Life, but Monty Python's Holy Grail.
Oh god, that was a good movie.
None shall pass. Can I get out there? I mean, I know I can get out there.
402 and 101 needs fertilizing.
Oh, yep, they do.
Go
Alright,
down there and fertilize it.
this is our field 17, and now you can see why this is where we are putting our potatoes. Because it's dinky. And I don't know about you guys, but although with the equipment that we have, the harvest wouldn't be too terrible. But potatoes can be a major headache.
Planting is the worst.
Planting potatoes is the worst, that's correct. There's no good way to plant potatoes.
That field is ultra tiny.
Yeah, it's like 1/3 of an acre. Which is exactly why we opted to put the potatoes out here.
Yeah, I see why now.
And this will take all of about 5 minutes instead of 5 hours that we would do on those bigger supersized fields that we have. We don't really have a small field anymore. 101 and 102 are the smallest that we have.
Right.
Oh, how much did that
13.
clover bring in?
400 and something thousand.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Starting the day off with another $500,000 almost.
I'm taking the fertilizer spreader down to 101.
Excellent. We are going to be doing a lot of work together. We're just getting started off separate, but there's going to be plenty going on. We're going to try to knock out sugarcane as quickly as possible.
Just want to get though the corn or the potatoes on first.
Yep. Since this is technically really the last crop. I mean, you can count grass if you want to, which I suppose it really does count, but it's bloody grass. Come on.
No one's ever seen grass being planted before.
Never. Or harvested, or
Nope.
tedded, or
You ted grass?
windrowed. Oh my gosh, have you ever seen a windrower on grass before? Nobody does that.
Windrow on grass? No, that can't be.
So, what's everybody up
Well-
to? You guys having a good week, I hope? It's been pretty good here. Got a little something. Maybe I should show that off. What do you guys... Well, Caveman hasn't seen it.
I haven't seen what.
The teaser I was telling you about.
Oh.
I better wait on that. Hey, Louis Hernandez. How you doing, man?
I'm having a great day. Got some stuff ordered from Amazon.
Weeds are growing on this potato field already. Do we care?
I thought we were just gonna plow it under. I don't know. It's
Well,
not like it's bringing us money.
here's the question, because, okay, we said we have to buy 15 fields, 3 on each island, and work them at least once. Does that mean we do a bit of work on each one, or does that mean that we actually have to harvest everything we plant? But we only have 2 streams left. That's a fact. And then we will be leaving the luxury of this island. So, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer at this point that the goals are going to be met. But we don't want to walk away leaving people feeling shortchanged either. But we talked about it a lot in the last stream, and we kind of feel like people are ready for a change. And we've got a big change coming up. Oh yeah, Juicy. Weather's been weird around here too.
It's raining all day here.
So if I put these potatoes, these won't convert back to seed, will they? They'll just be potatoes
no.
now.
Potatoes are potatoes.
Yeah, but I filled it up from the seed fill point, and they were like 3. Well, we have so much money, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're potatoes now.
Worker just stopped.
I don't even know if you can empty that or not.
I don't think you can. Actually, I don't know. I know you can fill it using potatoes.
I don't think you can empty it. Open cover, lower planter. I don't think you can. Because if you could buy potatoes, turn it into seed, and then empty it into seed bags. You know what I mean?
But it might dump them though. It might dump it as potatoes since it did dump.
It doesn't empty. Anyway, I'm returning it. Done. So we're out a couple $1,000s in potatoes.
Oh, I only guarantee that. I guess maybe 1,000. Yeah.
Okay, you guys ready to charge ahead with sugarcane?
Oh, that's only about. Well, if you only had like maybe like $300 for the potatoes. Yep, I'm ready.
Well,
Whenever you say you're ready.
I spent $3,000 on potatoes.
Well, you can only sell them for like 150 each.
I know,
Or
that's
$1,000.
why I just returned the thing and said the heck with it. Can't find a vehicle to jump to. Okay, that's exceptionally weird. Fire up the barbecue. Walk back outside after you grab your meat. Hey, it's like snowing and stuff.
I mean, I've cooked burgers in the middle of winter before. I had a burger crave and just wanted burgers, so I went outside and started the barbecue.
Well, there's nothing that says you can't. Alright, Caveman, I am ready whenever... Oh, I gotta start my engine. I'm not going anywhere without doing that.
Actually, I'm gonna use my controller for this.
Uh,
Think
yeah, Andrew. Sugarcane is not for the faint of heart. And
Harv, you have.
the straw swath is on this thing. It's not turning off.
Can you turn it off?
Hold up.
I hit the button and there it goes. Finally turned off.
Can you hit O? Or open your pipe, I mean. Thank you.
Will you get up here and empty me? I'm almost full.
Your pipe wasn't out.
That's not my problem.
Okay.
You have to swing way out wide, especially on this first pass. See, I'm full now.
Well, this thing's not.
First of all, drop the back trailer. All it's going to do is give you headaches, I promise you. There you go. See, when we're at this angle, it gets really funky trying to unload. Because the pipe is too low for the trailer. If you can back up as far as possible, yeah, right there. Pull up, like, you have to inch, just the tiniest little bit at a time. There, no.
It's a shame the auger on this thing's not just a tad longer.
I know.
Like,
Just, yeah, just.
Backing out of the way.
If you unload into there, that's great. If you unload into that one.
I still can't get it to trigger. Gonna have to come out on the other side. It wasn't this bad before.
No.
What was I saying about the Three Stooges?
Yeah, the planters are pretty bad, but it grows back though. So.
Yeah.
And you don't need a big field. Like, an acre is plenty for sugarcane. I think this field's gonna bring us definitely more than 1 million. And it's like 2 million liters we're gonna get off this field of sugarcane. We'll get out of your way, Harv.
Oh, yeah, I probably need to back up out of Harv's way so he can hit his GPS coordinates again.
Man. Okay, so I like had this pipe dream of saying, you know, we're just gonna knock this thing out and get it done, and we got 2 harvesters running, and it's turning into a CF.
Say, Harv, your best bet is probably just keep your pipe out.
I did have the best luck with these closest to the front nose of the trailer with the truck as far to the left as possible.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
We have to get you a CDL. I'm gonna make you take a truck driving class.
It's not my fault, it's not unloading.
Oh, for the love of God. It's not your fault.
Dang angle. I was gonna say, just do that angle, just do that angle. Okay.
We'll just reach over to your truck. There.
Just don't move.
Don't move.
You have to dump it in a corner of the trailer.
Once he's unloaded, I need unloading.
If I can unload you, Caveman, you're a lot easier to unload.
Well, the field is on an angle, and then the edge of the border of the field is flat.
Yeah.
So it makes it a steeper angle, and the collision boxes don't line up quite right. To where these collision boxes line up better because we're both on the same angle.
And to answer your question, Juicy, catching back up on chat, we are not keeping it a secret. We are going to the Yukon River Valley. That's going to be our new map. Probably a week from today. That's what we're shooting for. So the Wednesday afternoon folks will get to see the first stream of Yukon River Valley. Oh, it almost worked. It should level out once we get off this first edge.
There we go.
Hallelujah. Alright, we gotta keep this crap running.
Put you back into my harvester.
It's okay. It's much easier to go around.
Or you might want to skip a lane.
I can do that.
I say if you don't, we're gonna the
Yes.
edges of the.
Yes, you're right. I'm gonna need empty pretty soon. I can't disagree with you, Concept, and welcome, bud. Just noticed you here. Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind the timers on the gates and stuff so much if I could still access my stuff at night. You know, why can I not access my own vehicles at night? But otherwise, yeah. The sugarcane seems taller than it did before.
Yes,
Watch,
yes,
you
it
see the
does.
trailer. I have a really hard job. Oh, sorry, caveman. I'm probably gonna be full too very soon.
Alright, I'll look.
80%.
Yeah, he didn't even have time to unload one combine before the other one's full again.
I really don't.
Yeah, you get me down to like 27%, and then you pull off.
Well,
It's
if
hard
harvest
to-
full, yeah.
Yep.
And you harvest the main focus that needs to get emptied first. Harvest top priority. Huh. And you're full again. I can't, yeah, it's like, cause you feel almost the exact same speed you can unload at. It's very hard to see where the end of this thing spits out to.
This is the last time we're harvesting this sugarcane field, I can tell you right here and now.
I can go get the other tractor and use it as a chaser bin. And caveman's full.
I was full before you got done unloading him.
Oh, this stacks up weird. Have you noticed how the sugarcane piles up inside of the...
No.
It's funny, actually. It's a little bit unusual, let's just say that. I think it's going to be good, Concept. I think it's, I mean, you know, it's a 16 times map, so if the map maker's not planning for multiplayer, he's a little bit not paying attention to current events. Gosh, bless it, Harv. Go ahead, Sharko, I'm good. Oh, of course everybody wants their own farm. We are not going to have separate farms, by the way. We are going to be very much working together on everything. We have a little backstory going on. It should be interesting. It's not going to be a pure start from scratch, but it's going to be kind of old school. We're going for a little bit of an old school. What is going on here? Man, I can't get this right at all today. WTF. We're going to start a little bit old school. It's not going to be a hardcore run or anything like that because, well, that would get very tedious very quickly for everybody involved. The barges, well, you just buy them at the shop, right? And then dump them in the water?
Yep.
They just drive them straight into the water right when you buy them.
And then they'll steer wherever you want to go. Try the
They work actually
speedboat.
really well.
Charco loves the horn on the speedboat, so try that out.
Gosh.
Oh, we're backwards now.
Doesn't
Yeah, just a
matter.
little bit.
Caveman might slow down a bit though, but
Now, Caveman should actually pull ahead of me while you're unloading me, and that'll make it easier
Yeah.
for you. And I'm full. We're gonna... Yep, I saw that coming.
You gotta turn it on hard.
The fact that it keeps shutting itself off when it's full is actually starting to annoy the crap out of me.
it yeah, I can see that definitely being annoying.
That's what full stop does.
No, that's just the base game.
Yeah, it is.
The base game doesn't stop you, but the base game will
Yeah, whatever, well,
I know when to go.
Bex was telling us the other day that he borrowed those boats from, what is it, Pleasant Valley? Is it Peasant Valley or Pleasant Valley?
for game and Harv's getting pretty full too.
Yeah, I see that.
No, Harv is full.
And if they will unload it way faster, this wouldn't be as difficult.
I think it'd almost be worth running and getting a tractor and running a second chaser bin on Follow Me.
We might not have a choice, and it's not triggering again.
It's because I'm on an uphill, you're on a downhill. Or screw this. Fent, where are you? I'm guarding the Fent. Sorry, guys.
Well,
Might just make sense.
Follow Me's not going to help with this particular problem.
No, but it will help though with just being able to constantly going back and forth. Let's say if you want to, if Caveman just wants to help one of you or whatever, just until I get this Fent over there.
Well, like I said, we are not harvesting this sugarcane again. Never
That
again.
concept, you just buy it. They are expensive, but you buy the ship, you just drive it straight in from the original store, and it'll just go right in.
Don't use the ferry though. Use the barge.
Yeah, the ferry just doesn't
Exactly.
really work. Yeah, the barge is the better one.
They have their own tab, own section in the shop called boats.
They're pretty cool. They work really well.
It's under the vehicles tab and then under boats.
They're under vehicles, like where all the like you can buy all the tractors and all that. And then it's just say boats, but you have to select it though if you want to start it. You have to have it installed too, even though it does come with the map. But okay, man, you're getting the Fent.
I don't care. Just park it and let me set it up, please, so that way I can control it.
I think you can. If I do, I think you should be able to control it.
Not always.
Oh,
My
okay.
internet bugs that out for some
Okay
reason.
then. There you go. It's behind you if you want to set that up. Sorry, Harv. Back. Hey.
Oops.
Caveman. Thank you. Oh.
I can drive into the trailer. That's convenient.
Okay, drive into the trailer. I was gonna say I almost had it there. Super restraint may have to be done.
There it goes.
I think this is what people like watching. Crash count plus 10.
Control F. Offset. I think it's 10.
We are done with sugarcane, period. End of discussion. I don't care if it brings in $1 billion. Oh, crap. Sorry. I was just trying to get past you.
It's the if these hoses were just a little bit higher, it wouldn't be as big of a problem.
So, are you going to run Chaser Bin just for me, Sharko, then?
Yes.
Is that what we're talking about here? Alright.
Yes. I stopped sliding out.
Should you have let Follow Me do the chaser bit? Should you have let Follow Me use the truck?
I feel like no, because it slides out so much more. I figured that dolly and all that would be a lot easier for Follow Me.
I actually do think Follow Me is going to work better on the tractor than the truck.
If it can ever catch up and get in position.
I can't even see it.
You might have to turn collisions off, which is right control H if you didn't know. There's some funkiness with Follow Me sometimes that the following vehicle doesn't want to pull up beside you, and I don't know why. Maybe the pipe is too low. Maybe that's what's causing it. These have a low pipe for the trailer.
It might be, yeah. Actually, it easily could be it. The pipe is too low in this trailer. Or, like, the trailers are so tall and the pipes are so low.
That's what I'm thinking.
Makes sense. Oh, I already have 500,000 liters in this thing.
I got Follow Me working, so.
Well, I think our oats and our barley and our oats and our wheat are much flatter fields than this. Fingers crossed.
I'm pretty sure they are. Yeah.
We've already leased the sugarcane harvester, so we might as well just lease another header. We'll run 3.
Oh, we could run 3, yeah.
We're not going to harvest the straw. We're going to just swath it and be done. Or not swath it, but mulch it and be done.
Fertilizer, which should still be used as fertilizer, but
I mean, the straw is only paying 45 per 1,000, so we're gonna skip down a few rows.
Just skip down 2 and then K back and catch up on that row.
I see.
Quite a few rows.
We'll come back, but right here, I'm looking at like the highs and bloody lows here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see where we can do an actual chaser bin that actually works.
Oh, I see.
I didn't want to be on this bloody sugarcane for an hour.
We can ask everyone, do you guys just want to leave the sugarcane the way it is now and do everything else?
I do have a question for everybody, though. It's a good question. And I will start with my picks personally, and then we can move on from there. When the new FS9 or FS comes out, what would you like to see added to the game? What would be your top things that you want to see included in the next FS? For me personally, the one thing I really want to see is a better physics engine. Let's get some real physics working so that we can manage pallets and logs and bales and stuff so much better without having to
What about this
rely
part?
on auto load.
What about, let's just forget about anything physics or anything like that. What type of content would you like to the game?
No, it's whatever you want. So for me, it's going to be physics, and then I'd like to see some additional animals and multi-fruits.
I'd say multi-fruits and physics would be for me.
What about you,
Physics are
Caveman? For whatever reason, we have lost Caveman. Can't hear him.
Well, and he stopped. He might have disconnected.
Uh-oh.
I'm here.
Oh, there he is.
I'm here. I muted my mic so I could yell at the worker.
Oh.
It was not family friendly yelling.
Okay.
So
Well, at least you muted yourself.
I figured I'd mute the mic so nobody else had to hear it.
Fair enough. Better AI track. That would be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Better AI in general.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amen, brother.
And can we get cheaper AI too?
A little more realistic AI, I guess.
Yes. Like, honestly, if you ask me, stuff like Follow Me, that ought to be built into the game.
Yeah, it really does. You know how annoying it is just to like harvest something and not have someone beside you.
I mean, Follow Me ought to be built into the game. I think you ought to have a way to be able to get your workers to drive stuff to your fields. That ought to be in the game. That ought to, like, like auto drive. That ought to be built in.
I was gonna say also like being able to do your fields and like wind or headlands and all that instead of just going back and forth, back and forth.
Hello, Oompa Loompa Man. I think all of us can just agree that better AI in general,
Yeah, I bet a proper help system.
like,
That would be nice too.
well, and expanded help because, okay, I've heard people say using something like Horse Helper to ride your horses in global company for you. You pay $300 a day for somebody to come in and do the horse riding. Well, that's completely realistic. You would have a horse trainer come in.
Yeah, multiple probably.
And so, and $300 a day compared to what you're earning on that horse in the long run. I mean, so it takes 10 days to get a horse up to full value. Well, that's $3,000 and you're going to make 50. So that's some pretty solid math there that says you're paying a fair wage, but it's not affecting. I'm talking and not paying attention to what I'm doing here.
One thing also though that I remember hearing is it seasons that makes it so you you don't own the horses, you actually just hold them.
Yeah, which is nice, but give us the option.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to be a horse
in real life,
owner,
own
or
horse,
do I want to be a horse trainer?
Yeah, well, in real life, if you buy a horse not for training, then it doesn't become highly profitable. You're not training it every single day.
Now, there was something I was
Yeah.
Now, there was something I was discussing with somebody the other day, and I thought it was a brilliant idea. We were kind of tossing it around, sorting it out. It would be kind of nice if FS had like a historic progression where, like, I don't know if you've ever played anything like Railway Empire, so you start in like the 1900s.
Mm-hmm.
You might even start with like horse-drawn farming equipment. You play through that scenario.
That would be cool.
And then you move up to say 1920. So now you're starting to get some automated implementation. Play through that and just keep working your way forward.
Yeah.
Different maps
really
for each one, or different map options for each one.
See, what about this? What about like, not bigger maps? Cause I guess the maps aren't bad, but more like not more detailed. I guess more optimized, so you can have more detail.
Like, what kind of
Yeah,
detail are you looking for?
not detail, but like just in the base maps, like they're not like where you can actually have like a big city, a big highway going through it, with not being like, in the game not just lagging out hugely when you have all that detail in there. Because you can't really put too much detail in Farming Sim, so it starts to lag out.
Well, that's true.
So,
That would go back to a better game engine, I think.
but yeah, it would, yeah.
Somebody
I'd
was
like to
talking
see
to...
more variety of equipment.
Yeah, I would. I think so too. Because right now it's all just kind of like different. Like it's like different brands, but it's all the exact same equipment for everything.
Oops.
So yeah, I definitely agree with you there, Caveman. A bunch of, because there's a bunch of different things like that you can actually like tons of different equipment that's completely different than what the game has.
Well, that's what kind of spawned that whole conversation about the, moving through the different eras of farming.
Yeah, yeah.
Because then you get a lot of different options based on what was available at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Marco, how you doing, bud? How do you set up to be able to buy animal pens because they won't open for me when you go to the shop? Well, I'm gonna guess you have the Placeable Factories pack mod installed on a map that doesn't support it. If you have Placeable Factories installed on a map that doesn't support it, that overrides the animal function and it won't allow you to buy animal pens. So you need to uninstall that Placeable Factories. There's 2 or 3 different ones that'll cause that problem.
Concept: if you download the mod and if you didn't unzip it, so you download the original map, it should have been in the original version of the map should have had it in its file. The boats. It's just the boats is a completely different mod that you have to select when you're loading up the game.
Well, I think it's a good thing that Giants depends on the modders. I mean, there's nothing wrong with diversity of ideas.
Oh, modders will make any game. Modders will make any game no matter what. It's just how the fact that Giants actually has a mod hub is incredible. It really is. Makes it so even people on actual Xbox can get mods because most games don't allow mods. So even the fact that Giants allows that is impressive.
Well, a lot of gaming companies have gone with that concept now.
Yeah, it's not newer, but like Giants still does it, which is still really good. Yeah, we're gonna have this problem here. But I think it should be go over very soon.
So I don't think there's a problem with relying on the mod. I mean, let's face it.
There's nothing to, yeah.
Giants has built 4 maps exactly, and none of them, I would say, are particularly impressive. But look what the mod creators have done. I mean, look at this Island Life is just one of them. Yukon River Valley.
Mm-hmm. Giants would never be able to do that themselves. They just don't have the people. Like, there's what, like, let's just say like 10,000 modders out there. There's not 10,000 people who can work for Giants. So, you're just good to get good, greater content than Giants can actually ever produce, no matter how good of workers they are.
Yeah, and I mean, we don't know what their business model is necessarily. I think, okay, they're making money off sales of the game, sure, but a lot of their money comes from selling or...
The game that the modders make.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I was going to say a lot of their money comes from convincing companies like John Deere or Fendt or whatever to invest in the game.
Yeah.
I'm not unloading Sharko. You might need to slide left. There it goes.
It's just the angle.
Yeah, I know.
I can't even see Caveman's chaser bin. There it is.
From the side, you can't see you in the sugar cane.
I can't see you.
No, you can't see anything if you're
other than your little pipe that sticks up. One thing I'd actually love to see though is not necessarily more help, but better descriptions on crops. Like, maybe more detail, like being able to say like, oh, this crop makes this, like, because right now, it says, like, when you go and see how much this crop sell for, you don't know how much it sells for. Like, yeah, it may say, oh, this is worth 1,000 per 1,000 liters, and this one might be 500, but it doesn't say that sugarcane is a really high yield.
Well,
That you,
somebody was talking about industries earlier. They mentioned more or better industry, and I think it would make a big difference on the maps if you didn't just have like a silo sale point, that you had a genuine
yeah,
industry you were selling to and there was a purpose for it. And
yeah,
the
that
price
makes
would
sense.
fluctuate with the industry and stuff like
Demand.
that. It would make a lot more sense.
If you dump a lot more, it sell for a lot cheaper because people buy it in bulk, sell for cheaper things. You want to like hold it, sell a little bit at each time.
That would definitely be cool. Something else I think would be really cool to go in with that is maybe have it so that maybe some contracts didn't give you like a field to go harvest, but you actually had to grow the stuff yourself because your contract is for a particular company that wants to buy X amount of something from you.
Eh, Yes, I see. By a certain time or whatever. Yeah, that'd be really
Exactly.
nice. And then also in the fact that like they'd pay a better rate most of the time than what it would be if you sold it just to random factories.
Right.
Because that is realistic, you would because it's a constant feed. Like you're constantly delivering like 10,000 liters
Or
to this one
you could set
place.
up some kind of contracting system where a, a factory contacts you and they are contracting your fields to grow wheat, for example. Like, and
Hmm.
this happens in real life. I mean, people will contract to say Anheuser Busch, um, and I'm going left this time, Sharko.
And then they just out of your wet.
But they will contract with Anheuser Busch to grow wheat or hops or barley or whatever Anheuser Busch needs for brewing.
Hmm. It's real life. Farmers don't just grow whatever crop they want. They're like, oh, I just feel like carrots today. Let me just plant carrots in this field. No, they have contracts that they have to fulfill.
But you
Right.
also have to meet a certain quality standard also.
That too, yes.
Right. Like I know most of the stuff that's grown in the fields at my house
Juice
are
tube.
done to
It's. Mhm.
the dog food factory.
I was gonna say juice tube. Sometimes I'm not saying Giants does this, but sometimes you have to pay for licenses, and sometimes they will pay to put the game in you, like in your. It all depends on the company.
I have always seen
Really.
it the same as product placement in a movie. So
It is
if
sometimes it
Coca
is yeah.
Cola wants to um, have its products show up in a film, they will pay the film for the advertising. And frankly, you've got a lot of
Well,
people
yeah.
interested in agriculture, and every day they're playing this game and staring at the name Fent or, whatever, John Deere, Case, New Holland, Massey Ferguson, whatever it
Mhm.
is,
Well,
then
I do know this though. Sorry, you gonna say her?
no, I was going to say it. I mean, it is possible that if it's a larger brand that Giants would really, really want to have in their game, like John Deere, for example, is very, very popular. Case is another one. It's possible Giants might be paying them, but I still kind of think it's more of a product placement type situation.
I know I'm in American Truck Simulator. I believe it was the Kenworth. They actually had to pay for the Kenworth license.
And
The
that's
Kenworth in
that's
there.
very possible. I mean, I can't say I know for sure. I'm just basing it on knowledge I have of other stuff that goes on in the
Yeah.
world. So
Well, I do know that too though. Sometimes we're in movies. Like sometimes you have to pay to use their product too. I know Apple allows you just do it, so that's why in most movies you see people use apples because Apple doesn't care if you put it in there for no extra fees. It's just you're allowed to put it in as long as the villain does not use it.
which makes
Sometimes
sense
Apple also
because
gives
it's
them
all kinds of
profits
free
too.
advertising for them.
Yeah, but you don't have to you don't have to go and apply for a license for them. So a lot of companies are like, well, it's a lot easier just to use Apple then because if I don't have to pay for a license or spend the money to go and acquire a license, then there's all that. Where other companies sometimes, like, depending on what you're doing, they might say, well, you have to pay us, because if the movie's a flop or something, or they want a certain product, you have to pay licensing for that. But other times, though, you're right. If, like, Coca-Cola wants to be like, oh, we want this and this ad, they pay for it. So it all depends on what the scenario is and how big, if the brand wants it or not.
Right. Now, what's
Yes,
the deal with a lot of TV shows that have, like, say, on Nickelodeon and stuff, they use pear instead of apple?
That's completely to get to I don't know why, and I'm assuming it's probably because it's not worldwide, but I do know in movies they use it, so I don't know if maybe there's a difference between movies and shows. Shows might be different then or something. But I think it's because everyone has that phone, and I think it's I think there's some type of, like, there is rules they still have to follow. I don't know the rules. I just remember reading that you don't necessarily need a license to have Apple. So I've seen, like, tons of movies, but movies, like, you'll see people will have Apple iPhones, maybe because the budget's bigger, maybe, or something. I'm not sure. Maybe it has to be a AAA film for Apple to like it, or something like that. Like, it has to be a blockbuster where shows aren't blockbusters. I'm not sure. So that might have something to do with that.
Well,
It does kind of make sense.
what Apple is doing is just making sure their product is readily available for free advertising.
Free advertisement, but only on good, like, quality, like, movies kind of thing. They don't want just kind of like a show having Apple and disrespecting Apple. And also, here's the thing with TV series is, if they have their own product, they can make the phone kind of do whatever they want. They're not stuck to, like, the interface of, like, an Apple.
Oh, that's a valid point too.
That's something it's completely their product. So.
Hey, Caveman, Juicy is asking about your trailers.
What specifically about them?
Oh, he just wondered where they're at in the process, and did they ever get accepted by Giants?
No, they have not been accepted by Giants yet. I am basically completely overhauling them from the ground up again. And I am also in the process of trying to add a few other things.
They have to be one variant, don't they?
That's what Giants wants, but they're asking for something that can't be done with that trailer and get it to work right.
Swing left,
so
Sharko.
To give them a little bit more of what they're asking for, I will be adding more than just the two versions. That way I can separate them without being an issue.
Like one for kind of everything, like a grain trailer and all that.
Yes.
And how much thing is, I'm pretty sure though Farming Sim gets paid for all their placements.
Yeah, I'm almost sure that they do.
I do know that they tried to get Peterbilt, and Peterbilt would not let them use their likeness without paying for it.
Yeah, that's.
I do know that one specifically.
And the reason why is because some companies don't see video games and movies as, like, ad placements. They see it as, you want to use my product, you can pay for something that we built, and not get away with, like, it's like, yeah. Like artists, like, you can use, like, if you have a song of an artist, you get paid to have the rights to play that song, even though if you play that song in another video, what you're doing there is you're basically advertising the song. So people aren't going to go to that to listen to it.
Okay, Sharko, go ahead and hook up to that other trailer, and then run all that sugarcane to a sale point, whichever one's selling best, please. And then Caveman, head for the shop. What we'll do is turn in that sugarcane header and just get you a standard header, the same one that we're using. And all three of us will head over to 79 and 80 and get those knocked out real quick. Because Sharko could sell the sugarcane, bring the trucks up to 79 and 80, and then come back and get the cloths.
Off the rail sales is the best place for sugarcane.
Oh, good. That's not far away.
Nope.
And yes, I'm cutting through this field. We're going to get that wheat and oats harvested, sell that stuff off, see where we're at for money. Probably buy our last 3 fields that we'll have to buy, and then start working on planting grass.
I can tell you right now, we're going to make enough money to buy the 3 fields after I sell this sugarcane.
I think we have enough money right now to buy the 3 fields. I just want to see what we're going to bring in total before I buy them.
Really?
The reason why I say that is I have 2 million liters of sugarcane.
Outstanding.
So, sugarcane is a very high yield crop.
Okay.
Very.
Garage. That's leased. Return. You're going to lose your header here, caveman. Maybe not. I guess it won't return it if you're using it.
Try now.
There it goes. Alright, I will get you a regular header.
And it'll be at the shop.
We want the 12 meter. No, that's not what I want.
Also, I found out this truck isn't really swervy as long as you're accelerating. Like having gas down. It's only when it's braking that it swerves.
Okay. There's a header waiting for you at the shop, caveman.
See it? Hey, Sharko, just remember, when in doubt, full throttle.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
It might not improve the situation, but the results will show up a lot quicker.
Very true.
Your results may vary. Actually, Sharko, I am going to, because you've already got the truck, I will just set up the class to follow me over to that field.
That's fair. We also need another chaser bin.
Not for wheat and oats. Especially not for oats.
Oh,
I'm
you
on
don't think?
this stupid header.
Nah.
Yep.
Okay, why won't this header connect to the harvester?
It should.
There it goes. Okay, now where am I headed? 1 something?
We just made $1 million.
It only says 319, but yes, we
2
did make
trailers.
$1 million off of sugarcane.
Just say 2 trailers. That's why.
Okay, maybe we'll harvest that one more time. Once we got it sorted out, we had a plan. It didn't quite work out, and then
Fills up too fast. That's the problem. Is trying to go back and forth, and then it not unloading properly either.
Did the cloths make it? The cloths got stuck.
Okay, so what field number am I heading to?
70.
I'm heading to 70.
Sharko's heading to say, oh, we're gonna get creamed by a train here.
Oh, which train? Oh, there's another train that's crossing the tracks. No, it's not.
I gotta cross these tracks with no problem. The cloths can't do it. The fence supersedes the cloths when it comes to crossing rough train tracks.
Wow. Oh, it's the header. That's what it is.
Won't
That's
do
not
it.
fair because you're using a lizard header.
It's totally fair.
I'm just watching the stream.
Oh, I'm so gonna get just killed by the train.
Hey, it might get it unstuck then.
It might.
You gotta be kidding me. How?
Oh, Andrew, that's perfect. That's a great suggestion. An undo on the landscaping.
Caveman, I'm stuck in a tree.
Oh.
Like I think I'm stuck in the tree.
How?
Oh, I got out. I don't know. I think a branch or something was there and I got stuck in the branch.
Absolutely. Undo for landscaping.
That would be nice.
Oh, yes.
You enter landscaping mode, it starts recording what you do so you can back up out of it at least a few moves.
Maybe better landscaping mode because flattening the ground anytime you want to lift up the ground is very annoying.
Or as part of that, not having to flatten everything to, you know, paper smooth flatness when you want to place a house or something.
That too, yeah.
Parker, just park it. Park it.
It's okay.
I ended up having to drive the Kloss over here anyway.
I went all the way around it, yeah.
I didn't really have a choice since this can't get across the train
Because you're going
tracks.
to the wrong field. You're going to the wrong field.
I know where I'm going. I have to go to a crossing.
Okay, I was gonna say there's like 2 crossings here, but no worries then. Yeah, having an undo button would be nice. Undo button and a button, and also not flattening it until you lift up the ground. Paint tool's not bad. I mean, I wish it'd be better, but I can deal with it. Need more options though.
And, you know, global company figured it out. Why can't Giants figure out to have extended placeables so you don't, you know, you're not fighting with collisions all the time?
That is so annoying. So you want to place like 2 what are they called? I can't remember the name of them. Oh, the 2 easy sheds beside each other. You can't. They can't be attached.
Yeah, because those collisions.
Yeah, and it's just so annoying. 'Cause they look so good attached.
Alright, your Kloss is here.
Yep, that's still lined up. I'll get these 2 lined up in sync. Now all Sharko has to do is line up his in sync.
Give me a second and I'll do that. They're all the same header, right? And it's connecting to Harv. Don't connect to Harvs, connect to K-bits. Oh, okay, it wants to do Harvs. Give me a second.
Why,
Okay, well,
why are you
I'll
trying to
just go on
follow
forward.
with a harvester anyway?
Hmm? No, I was trying to
Oh,
line
you were
up,
trying to
so
line up,
line.
I see.
It was picking up yours for some reason. No.
There we
No,
go.
stop. Okay. For some reason, cruise control decided to activate.
Cruise control activate. Shape of a harvester.
How do you turn GPS on?
Alt C.
Alt C.
Left Alt C.
Okay, it ain't working.
Turn off the harvester.
Oh, yeah, turn it
Get
off.
out of it. Maybe go get in another vehicle and come back to it.
You have follow me still on?
Nope, I should follow me off. Maybe I'll just turn it on, turn it off again. Maybe that'll help. Okay, there it goes. I don't know what it did, but
It happens sometimes.
auto width. Set. What's our heading?
0.
0. Okay. Everything else, turn the lines off so we can see where I'm going. There you go. I'm good.
You're lined up?
Yep.
I saw that coming. Alright, I think we can go now.
Yep.
This field's not going to take long.
Nope.
Somebody wanted to see all 3 of us working the same field at one time. Here you go.
Absolutely. We used to do this a lot on Old Timers Farm.
We did, yeah.
Fields were huge on that map, though.
Yeah, like this was a small field what we're doing right now. I know, because I owned a field about this size.
All right, let's see where what exactly have we earned this stream so far? 1,396,811. How much is wheat and oats selling for right now?
Probably nowhere near that much.
No, wheat is 430. Oats is at 713, and both of those are at off the rail sales. We have 2 trailers, so we can put wheats in one, oats in the other, and run them both to the same sale point. where are we at on our other fields now?
Oh, you know what? Actually, one thing I would love to see in the game is the fake grass, or not the fake grass, but one of those tools. I don't remember what you call it.
The what?
Sod. Like the things that take up, like when somebody orders like grass. And they
Oh, so you could cut sod cutters?
That would be really cool.
That would be cool. That's a great idea.
Something else I think would be cool to see in the game would be like a golf course lawnmower.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. So like if you have a golf, because I think in one of the farming sim games, I don't know if it was farming sim, but just in one of the farming games, that was the thing. One of the contracts was to go and actually cut down or mow a golf course.
Well, the reason I think it would be cool, it's a self-powered mower. They, they're actually pretty fast, and they're pretty large in size. Like,
oh, it was John Deere Drive Green was the game I was thinking of. That you could do that, and like, but all the contracts were a different map, which was actually kind of nice.
I'd like to see real irrigation systems.
That would be nice too.
Pivots, stuff like
Because
that.
honestly, like, you don't necessarily have to, in real life, you wouldn't have to fertilize your crops all the time if you plant them right, but they just need a lot of water if you live in a drier area.
yeah, irrigation would be cool.
Crop dusters.
Yes.
Yes.
Although I did last week see somebody is working on a crop duster airplane.
Oh, I mean,
There's already like 3 of them out.
but do they actually like fly
Yes.
and work? Oh.
Yes.
Just,
They
just
actually
need an air.
do.
Oh, that's cool. They just need an airport.
No, they work more along the same principle as the boats.
Oh.
You
I
got
mean-
the invisible suspension with no collisions.
I mean, that's still not bad, but I see.
The one that I saw, it's not like it did not look like it was rolling on the ground.
It's actually like flying.
It actually looked like it was flying.
Well, there is flying mods out there, I think, isn't there? Like for helicopters, I think.
I know that there's a
Hey.
logging helicopter.
The logging helicopter uses the same principle as the boats. At least the one I've seen.
I was just reading back through the chat, and Andrew mentioned that he'd like to see good tutorials so that people don't feel overwhelmed during the game.
Yeah,
And
that's really true too.
I think they would go a long way if they could find a way to introduce people who aren't a part of their local farming communities to understand exactly what I think the biggest, most intimidating part of FS is that you see all this equipment and you have no clue. I didn't even know what a windrower was when I started this.
No, you're right there. Like I looked at it, like, what the heck is all this? Like, where do I even start? Like, I think it should really drop you in, like, showing you like, well, like, it just kind of like, or when you plant a crop, it will tell you like, well, this is exactly like how you kind of do this crop. And then it would kind of show people like you need a harvester that can do this, or like just something like instead of saying like, here kind of do whatever you want. 'Cause the game kind of just does that. It just kind of shows, here's what you want. It doesn't actually say like this is how you do it. It's just kind of like, well, here you go.
Right.
Yeah.
We left a row
No.
for you, Sharko.
And I was gonna say I'm full.
You're full?
Basically. Pretty much.
I'm only
I
half
was
full.
only- Yeah.
Does this class not hold as much to you guys? Where do you guys all at?
13,000.
Oh, I am at 13,000.
14,000.
I'm at 80%.
Baby Kloss just can't keep up with the Fent.
I'm not sure if that's because Does that have the same storage as the ideal? Does that have more storage?
Well, the ideal clearly has more storage. I mean, the Fent is
Oh, it
ideal.
does. It does, yeah. Actually, no. What?
You're
What
at
Fent do we have?
You're at 80%.
Yeah. But it
Oh,
says it can hold 1800.
this is the Cazz version, so this holds 24,000.
Oh, okay, then yes, that's right. 'Cause the base ideal only holds 17.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Well, when you
Hold on.
get full, Sharko, I guess run the chaser man.
There you go.
That does explain it, yeah.
I'll even go ahead and put my pipe out.
I guess I can hire right now and quickly go and do it.
Oh, you could.
Yeah.
You have to
Just
just
need to turn GPS off.
right. You can't hire a worker
Yeah, I
when
forgot to do that.
GPS is running.
Okay, where's the truck?
Helper F has a nearly full grain tank. You have plenty of time to get to us, so you can empty him out first.
That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, I was getting to him first.
And then he'll stop at the end of this field anyway because he doesn't have anywhere to go. He's not smart
He'll be
enough
like-
to figure out that there's oats and 2 rows over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if he does realize that he can keep harvesting, he's just gonna be harvesting exactly what you guys are doing right now. So I mean, I guess GPS you could technically do that if you set the width right.
Do what?
Have him
Oh,
like
get
going
him
back and forth.
to leapfrog.
Of course, but I just need to triple his width. And he's stopping because he's full. As soon as I show up. Oh, it unloads fast though.
Well, we've accomplished a lot in the first hour of the stream. Got potatoes planted, managed to get that sugarcane harvested in good order once we got it sorted out.
Yep.
And it won't be much longer before these oats are harvested.
I was really confused for a second because I was looking at the shop menu. The actual Kloss has the biggest tank.
Yeah, I forgot about the Cazz sugarcane harvesters. You might want to come up and empty us. There you go.
Yeah, I'm coming.
It's like, yeah, I'm at 96.
Gee, then it shouldn't be so hard to keep going too. And I'll finish you guys up.
It's just so big and out there. What's the good word, Lifehawk? The man of the hour. Since, you're the first person to speak this hour, I think. Besides us.
Yeah.
True.
These harvesters empty really fast, too.
They do. The Kloss doesn't empty that fast. I mean, it still empties pretty fast, though.
Alright, I'm empty.
Well, I'm just gonna wait until the end of the field because I'll have to re-empty my guy anyway at the end of the field.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the tortoise and the hare. The harvester race.
And the one with the chaser bin always wins.
Once I get to the end of this row, we'll start looking at the third island down there and see what fields I'm going to buy. Yeah, I didn't have very much in mind. I'm empty.
Oh no, I was gonna empty though, just so you
Gotcha.
control. They're completely empty. Basically. Yeah, I'm gonna go get my guy out.
If our headers were a little bit narrower, Lifehawk, we could actually do that. We need 9-meter headers instead
Actually,
of the big
the
13s.
Closs probably could, actually.
The header's not.
The Closs is massive, though.
The problem is the headers would be hitting one another.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
But even the
I don't know,
Closs,
though.
even the
Isn't
Closs with its mega pipe doesn't have a long enough pipe to do it.
Is it not?
Because these are 13 and almost 14-meter headers. It's the biggest headers there are without having mega cheats. I am flooring it. It just won't go any faster. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain.
Well, the Closs is slowing down. Oh no, the Closs has some wear to it.
This harvester has some wear to it also.
Or I'm assuming so. He's only going 9 kilometers and he should be going 10. Only having one chaser bin, that'd be really useful, only having one chaser bin.
I was trying to do it with the accent. That's the best Scottish accent I can get. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. Now bring me a Guinness.
Yep, Helper thinks he's done. Return GPS on this, yes it does store. Oh.
Guinness Stout. The
No,
beer
apparently I
that
set
grabs
my
you by the throat and says, beer.
Apparently for some reason the cruise speed on the Closs was set to 9. For some reason. Instead of 10 it was set to 9.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem.
If you've never tried a stout beer, and you think you like beer but you've never tried a stout, that's the true testament to whether you really like beer or not.
Does it matter the kind of stout?
Oh, well, yeah, you're right, Andrew. I guess it is Irish. I'm from the U.S. They all look the same to me.
I'm all 3 of them. I'm Irish, Scottish, and British.
But you're 100% Canadian.
Yes. Or, I'll say as Canadian as you can get without being native. Because I was one of the, my family was one of the first people over here.
What's your plaid?
Know it. I just don't remember it.
Hey, Crazy Monkey, how you doing, man? Personally, I prefer rum, so we all have our preferences.
I like rum a lot too.
Vodka.
But I gotta say my favorite would probably be moonshine.
I
Well,
wouldn't know because I've never had a sip of alcohol.
considering where you live, caveman, it's almost a law that you have to prefer moonshine.
That's a very good point, Harv.
It is a very good point.
I live in the backwoods of Virginia. I can't drink anything but moonshine. Sorry.
Kevin, how do you know what other alcohol is other than moonshine?
Because we have a liquor store in the county.
Oh, the only liquor store in the country. No, I've actually never had a sip of alcohol, so...
Oh, what's up? Let's see. Just a casual, relaxing, semi-relaxing afternoon, playing some farm sim, and finishing up the goals that the viewers set for us. And I was telling everybody earlier, we do have a few extra people in now. This is the second to last stream on Island Life. We will be moving on from here. In fact,
Really?
our goals will probably be mostly met today. The last of the fields are definitely going to be bought. We still haven't figured out if we have to harvest every crop or if we just had to work every crop at least once. We've planted absolutely everything that could be planted on this map, and that's a lot.
We have not planted grass.
Well, any fields we buy from this point forward is going to be planted in grass.
I just found something out. The Closs header is only 12.3 meters and not the 13.7.
Oh, you slacker. What did we buy that thing for? It was the most expensive harvester we own.
No, we bought a lizard. Luckily. It just seems weird though, the biggest harvester does not have the biggest header.
Well, finish that row up, Sharko, and then go grab Chaser Ben.
We shouldn't have bought the Closs header. We should have bought the lizard header for
The
it.
bison. Was it the bison? Or was it the Z 056H?
We should have
Should've
bought
that one.
the same header that we bought for these.
It is the same header.
It is.
It's a lizard.
You've got the lizard 45-foot draper. But
Oh, I thought that was 13.7 meters.
no.
The lizard is 13.7. The Closs is only 12.3.
What are you talking about then?
Okay,
You're
if
sitting
you had
here-
have
you're
bought
sitting
the
here-
class header, it would have only been 12.3 meters.
Yes.
But because you bought the lizard, it's 13.7.
But that's not what he said. He said, I've only got a 12.3 meter header.
I meant for the Closs. Like, that's the Closs's header.
Okay. I was
Sorry.
like, what? What you talking about?
The reason why I was saying that was I'm just surprised that this is the biggest harvester doesn't know how the biggest header.
Well, to be fair, it's probably equivalent to most of the... Or do any of the other base games have bigger headers?
Yes. A lot
Yes.
of them.
The case has a 45-foot draper.
No, it sure does. So does the New Holland.
Yep.
Even the John Deere base
Mhm.
game header
They
has...
all have it basically.
Yep.
But not the Closs.
Class had to be different.
Yeah.
I want some rain, Lifehawk.
I have tons of it. If you want, if you can have it.
I can't say on stream why, though. Well, I introduced Lifehawk this week to a song by Sean Morey.
Something like corn makes whiskey, whiskey makes my baby.
It's called Dear Santa. It's pretty hilarious.
That song.
Dear Santa, I want a stick so I can light a fire for heat. It's a song basically. It's the irony of third world versus first world countries and what kids would ask Santa for.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
So, you know,
So it's a sad song, okay.
it's pretty funny actually. I mean, it's not funny in the fact that, okay, there might be a hint of truth to it, but he presents it in a very funny way.
Okay. Where are you guys at?
On the
At
field,
97%, 98%.
84%. Although I am a little bit curious why you're filling up so much faster than I am.
I don't know.
Oh, I know why.
Is
Why?
you're in between the two rows.
Yeah, because I'm off just about 1 meter. I'm harvesting about 1 meter less
go
than
caveman.
you are.
Oh.
Those hearts gonna get stuck by you.
Come on, I said go forward.
I have GPS.
Harvester does not listen very well.
It has terrible brakes.
Yeah, because as I'm watching right now, like I'm sure you have your GPS set right, but it's actually, your header is actually harvesting a meter wider than what it says it should be.
Yeah, all the headers do that.
So that's why you're
Holy
filling
snap.
up a lot faster. How much oats do we have, Sharko?
Not enough. Trailer's not full. We don't have enough.
Sharko has left the building. Don't panic, he'll be back.
I'm back.
Oh, I asked how much oats we have.
Oh, 137,000.
It's not bad for this field.
No.
What were they selling for these days? 700, so... Yeah, you know, another 70 grand. 80 grand. What's that on, you know, compared to $1 million for sugarcane?
Yeah. On a twice, maybe a twice the size field. I mean, or same size field.
Sugarcane field is larger.
This is a pretty big field, though.
It's a very long field.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
It might be close to the same size as the sugarcane. Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull this up. You guys can dump into this one. I'm gonna go get the claws. Unless you just want me just to be a chaser bin for the next
I
one.
was gonna say, I'll say that'd probably be the smart thing.
Yeah, well then just jump into this then, because I need to go get the other trailer.
Brakes don't work on this harvester. Really?
You guys dancing there, are you?
Oh, I need to get out of the way anyway. I was empty and didn't quite realize it.
Okay, man, just stay still. I'll come to you.
Yeah, you stay still. I'm already working on it. This thing is not gonna beat me.
You shall not pass.
Okay, go swap trailers.
Oh, let's risk it. Corn also makes all the plastic that I use for my 3D printing.
Does it really?
Mm-hmm.
This will fill up faster.
So all my stuff is biodegradable.
Oats, relatively speaking, is a pretty low volume crop.
That's a tree. It's a palm tree. Exactly.
Maybe we should have gone with the 9-meter headers and then we could just dump into each other. We'll have to try that one of these days.
Yeah. I wonder how, actually, I'd love to try that. I wonder how that would work. I don't think, though, these harvesters would work. The pipes aren't tall enough. Well, they might be, actually.
You just have to have a really flat field.
If you have the right header on the case, it works.
Actually, I just realized something. How much is the Closs over? Because the Closs, if it has a slightly smaller header, if you get two Closses harvesting together with those two slightly smaller headers, do they work?
Possibly.
So if you do, that would make sense why it has a smaller header. I'll have to try that out.
Okay, we have basically $1.6 million, and I need to buy 3 fields down here, and that's going to be the last 3 fields we need to own.
19.
Anybody have
Or
a preference? 19 is only 118,000.
113 and 114.
Just buy 3 fields right close together. That's my only preference.
115 and 116 are basically $1 million.
Which island does it have to be on?
The middle one,
Middle one.
where our water spot is. The middle one on the bottom.
On the bottom.
These are mostly larger fields down here.
As I said, 119, 113, and 114.
Yeah, that works.
And
Or you can do 119, 120, and 121.
well, they don't have to be beside each other.
Yeah, they don't have to be. I just thought it'd be convenient.
It's true.
113 is really funky. I don't like it. Oh, it actually incorporates an island out there in the middle of the water, though. That's funny.
Cool.
Somebody, Juicy in chat said 119, 120, and 121.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I'm leaning right now. Anybody else want to throw out an opinion before I spend all this money?
I'm empty, Sharko.
I'm cool for those ones.
121 is 75 acres.
Who's honking? Is that you, caveman?
Yeah, I said I'm good. 2 taps means go.
Oh, I am not filling up very quickly at all.
Oh.
Okay, 119, 120, and 121 it is. Done.
Why did you open the back door on your trailer?
Because I can.
But all the wheat's gonna pour out.
What wheat? Can't even see if there's any wheat in this trailer.
There's a trail of wheat flowing out of the back. Okay, so what that tells me is
There you go.
we are going to need a couple of plows, in my opinion. Because I don't care
Yeah,
what's
we
in
do.
those fields, they're just going to get plowed over so we can plant grass.
Just go ahead and lease some big equipment so we can knock it out.
Well, we have two. We have two.
That's
big
what I'm
tractors.
looking for.
Or we have 3 big tractors actually. We just need some big plows.
Oh, that's what I was looking for.
Isn't there one that could plant seeds? Or is that just big grass?
We have 2 that are at 500 horsepower.
Yes.
Okay, we'll just lease 2 of the big subsoilers.
Done. We have the Kloss and the Fent. Both of those will pull. And then somebody can grab one of the cedars with
I can grab
the Magnum. The
Magnum.
Magnum.
The Magnum doesn't have as much horsepower. I forgot about that.
Yeah, the Magnum won't pull those subsoilers, but
After the stream, we'll try out the Kloss with the header and see if it actually fits. I can hear you guys using GPS, which is funny. You can go, caveman.
I'm just making sure the harvester's empty.
This field's gonna be quick because of the weird shape.
the coastland. Now, what I say, since we own 119, 120, and 21, that we set up a battery of gun turrets all along here so nobody can come up this river. We own the land on either side, across from each other.
I'm down with that.
We do? Oh, we do.
Oh,
We're just gonna get a big old ship and park it sideways in the middle.
actually, Sharko, you
I'll
want
never get it.
you want to go get the Kloss from field
Yep.
102 and get it back to the yard?
I can do that.
I didn't realize it was all the way out there in the sticks.
I was fertilizing the fields.
We're going Pineapple Bay style there. We're gonna build forts and batteries all along that section of that river and prevent anybody from coming up or down that.
Even though they can't get through anyways because the bridges are the same height as the water.
Sticks. What if they blow up the bridges to come
Oh,
through?
you're right. You
I
are
mean,
right.
those bridges would be pretty easy to blow, so.
They would be. Then there could be subs.
That's why I say we get a big ship and park it sideways in the middle.
Will it ever give in?
Oh, the the Evergreen that got stuck in the Suez Canal. There you
No,
go.
it's actually called Ever Given. The name of the ship's Ever Given.
It is.
Ever Given.
But it says Evergreen on the side. I don't know why, but it does. It says Evergreen on the side.
Because
On the
Evergreen's
front and
the
back,
company.
it says Ever Given, and the name the ship actually is on like paper and all that is Ever Given.
Well, Evergreen is
something to do with the company that owns it.
I was going to assume that, yeah.
right. They probably have a ship called Every Which Way But Loose, and Every Which Way You Can, and
Well, apparently it got a ship got stuck in 2014, but it was freed almost immediately. This ship dug itself basically into the dirt.
Speaking of Ever Given, have they gotten it unstuck yet?
Yes, they did. Got stuck one night. They were actually planning, if it didn't work, unloading every single container off the ship
oh, they would have had to.
just to get it to lift up enough so they could pull it out.
Okay, I like the canola in FS so much that I'm kind of enamored by the fact that from here I can actually see our field of canola across the river.
Really?
Yep. Field 57, you can see that bright yellow.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Harv, you need to do something about your wear on your harvester.
Yeah, I've slowed down by a mile per hour.
Yeah, I noticed. I
You can do
started
that at the
catching
top.
you real quick.
I know, it's kind of hard because my cruise control is set to like 1, so if I was behind Caveman, it was too slow. If I was then when I put it up and I went to go to Harv, it sped up.
Well, we're not that far from being done with this field, so.
I'll say you want me to fix your header?
Why, you gonna slam into it or something?
No, I can fix it from the menu.
Oh, be my guest. I always forget about that option, by the way. Hey, look at that!
That's a
I
base
just
game, too.
sped up all of a sudden.
It doesn't always work when you're if you're the one using it. That
If you're in the vehicle, it doesn't always work.
Right, but if somebody else if somebody else is using it, it'll work.
Or a worker. It also works for a
Or
worker, too.
It's weird. I don't understand why it doesn't let you do it. It's like you do it yourself. It's weird.
So where are the plows? Have you bought them yet?
They're at the shop. They've been leased.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you remove short deliveries, Harv?
Yes.
Yes, I told you that.
Just making sure.
I put it back in before the stream, just to screw things up again.
Also, Sharko, go ahead and grab the fence and get it hooked up to one.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Or planning to do. To get all the tractors. Where is the fen? Oh, the fence not where it is it?
The fence over on the field with the
sugarcane field.
Sugarcane.
That's not far.
We're gonna have to run back down to the truck and empty. Actually, I'm just about full.
Oh, I can switch to it if you also want.
Yeah, we're
Where are
probably
you guys?
gonna
You're
need
over
emptied.
there.
Go ahead and take the first row back, Caveman. I'm gonna run the edge and just clean up because it's that funky angle.
Oh yeah, I mean, if Ever Given is damaged, I don't understand that. Yeah, that makes sense. But they're going to unload it with like where they was. Ships can actually now go through the canal. The way it is now. And apparently, I think it's something like $500 million goes through that canal an hour.
Yep.
It's like okay.
The amount of money that goes through that canal an hour is ridiculous.
It's used just as it's actually I think that was done before Panama Canal. Why can't I unload? There it goes. Or I'll just go too hard then. Yeah, the Panama Canal is newer compared to the Suez Canal. Now, the Panama Canal is completely different though. The Suez Canal is just a single like channel, where the Panama goes up and down hills.
Locks.
Yeah, locks. There's no locks in the Suez Canal. It's just straight passage.
Right.
Probably though, because the Panama Canal was originally a railroad at one point, but the railroad was so dangerous when they built it, they just decided to flood a river.
My dad
Use
used
that as the canal.
My dad used to be a merchant seaman, and he's been through all those canals. I remember him showing me pictures of going through the Panama Canal.
Ships are built to go to just fit through the Panama Canal. That's literally what determines the size of a ship is. Does it fit in the Panama Canal? Yes? Okay.
Where is the Panama Canal again? Because I'm bad with geography.
Panama.
Below Mexico.
Okay.
There's
What's the canal that runs through Florida?
There is no canal that runs through Florida.
Florida.
What is it that's in Florida? I know there's locks down in Florida.
Oh, they're not locks in Florida? Florida's like the flattest out there. Harv? Oh, you just in the outskirts, Harv?
Yep.
I was gonna say, because you're not, you're missing a lot.
I turned off GPS.
I realized that on the stream. But yeah, the Panama Canal is a bunch of locks, where the Suez Canal is a straight. You know.
If there's something called a lock in Florida, I would guess that it's some kind of lake system or something that's being named after the lakes in, I think it's Scotland. Isn't Scotland where the lakes are called locks, like the Loch Ness Monster?
That it might be. It could, that very well could be it.
I was gonna say, because Florida is pretty flat.
Oh, I know.
There's not much for water to go anywhere. So a canal would just make sense to be flat if it's true. Plus also it'd not be much harder to just go through the south. Like all the way around Florida.
The highest point down around Jensen Beach area above sea level is only like 46 feet above sea level.
And it's also like Myrtle Beach is flooding. Not Myrtle Beach, Miami Beach. They have to go and raise the roads all the time because water starts flooding them. Scotland has locks.
We never have gotten an answer about, you know, do we have to harvest every crop or did we just have to work every crop one time?
It's true.
Well, if we don't get an answer by the time this field's done, we're just, as long as it's planted, we're good.
Well, then we're good. We've met every requirement, with the exception of grass.
For you.
I think, why is it not broadcasting now? Why is YouTube not picking that up? I saw Sharko is disconnected, and then I said, "Oh well, looks like Sharko lost connection." Oh wait, Caveman. No, it was me.
Oh.
Oops.
No. You just showed the password to everyone.
Well, I guess we'll be changing the password after this. They'll never be able to get on because we have mods installed they don't have access to.
Oh, that's very true. That's very true.
That is extremely true.
I just looked at I was just looking at the password like, oh no.
It's alright. Just don't let me forget to change the password after the stream. Again, we have mods installed they don't have access to, so it's not like they could get on, but still.
Watch, there's one person out there that has every mod ever, even ones that weren't released.
That would mean that you've been hacked, Caveman.
would mean every modder ever has been hacked.
That's a good point.
That's a very good point.
Like, they've got mods that you've edited, Harv, somehow.
And mods that I've edited.
Here we go. We're back. At least I'm back.
We'll be joining now.
If you're glad we're back, don't forget, smash that like button.
There you go.
Hit subscribe and hit the bell. So you know that every time we go live or Harv uploads a video.
Exactly.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Oh no, I've got to redo GPS. Do I have to redo GPS?
Yep.
Probably.
Here comes Sharko. Synchronizing data simulator.
I had my internet problems with the stream.
Sharko is parked out in the middle of the. His truck just went rolling straight off into the trees over there.
I swear I was facing the other direction.
Well, nobody still has chimed in as to whether we have to harvest every crop. I think the rule was we have to plant every crop, and we have planted every crop. Nobody said anything about harvesting it, but every field we own has to be worked at least one time. And so we're going to call that, as long as we do something on that field, it will have been touched. So we're not that far from completing our goals here.
True. I think my ping's really, really high for some reason. Because I don't see any crop in this field right now.
Oh no, Caveman, it just loads. That's like I don't see any crops in this field either, basically. I mean, other than right where I am right now. It's just the map loading in.
I don't even see any where I'm harvesting.
That's weird.
Well, you're doing good. Just stay that where you're
Like I can see that I'm picking it up, like in the header, but if there's nothing in front of the header.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you're doing good. You're almost at the end.
Good, Andrew, because I have to agree with you. Andrew says it takes too long for the harvesting.
Oh.
We spend too much time harvesting.
We do.
Which we really, really do. That's what I keep saying. You know, we're talking about doing this Yukon Valley map, and we're hoping that will afford us the opportunity to mix things up a little bit more, so that we're not on. I mean, it's farm sim. You know, it's the game, and there are a lot of long, tedious tasks. So keeping it switched up and different all the time isn't always easy to do. I'm pulling up to you, Sharko. Just chill right there for a second.
Why did my header become unattached?
Because you hit the Q key?
I couldn't have. I'm not even using my keyboard.
You hit the detach header button on your whatever you are using?
I didn't think so. I hit the horn button.
I don't have a horn. You guys tell us you have a car horn.
I really, really want to record the horn from my uncle's semi to use as a horn sound file, because I think it would be amazing.
And what does it do?
It's 15 train horns. You know, the 15 horn cluster from trains?
Nope.
Oh. Oh, I know what it is. I use trains go by my house every single day.
Well, I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't know specifically.
Marco, you need to get out from,
Oh,
on top of the header.
my bad. This wasn't like I wasn't in the game.
Yeah, it's a 15 horn cluster. It's really loud, really obnoxious, but it has a really cool sound to it.
Alright, we're just going to leave everything right here and go grab our tractors and get on those fields so we can get them done.
Yep.
Are all the tractors in the yard, or are they at the shop, or...
Oh, not the Fendt. I was driving the Fendt back.
Here's the Fendt.
I'm in it.
Oh, I was gonna grab it and drive it back, but okay.
Okay. Well, if you want to do that, caveman, then I'll do the big truck.
Well, we're taking the Kloss, the Magnum, and the Fendt. 2 of us with plows, 1 of us with a seeder, right?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, we've got $500,000. Should we buy a mega seeder? But no, then we need the extra. I already said that. We need an extra tractor if we do that. An extra large tractor.
Yeah. You guys are all empty, right? Oh, you guys aren't even in the tractors. Or in the harvesters.
Yeah, just go ahead, grab the...
You want me selling this then?
No, just go ahead and grab the other tractor with the seeder.
Yep, we'll do. If I can click it in the... Oh wow, I first clicked in the... Oh, which cedar?
The big one.
Whichever is the biggest. That will do grass, which they should both do grass.
They shouldn't say any plant or such here can do grass.
I'm kind of wondering at this point, what are we going to do on the stream on Saturday?
Oh, I just something we didn't. There's one thing we have not planted yet.
What?
Poplar.
Oh,
Ooh, you're right.
Okay, I guess the small field that we just bought down there will have to be planted with poplar. But all we have to do is plant it, right? It's been decided. All we have to do is plant it.
Oh, we can harvest it next stream.
That's all we have to do is plant it, right? Right.
Yes.
Come on, really?
What happened?
What invisible collision box am I hitting now?
It can't fill this thing up with seeds.
You're not at the fertilizer thing, are you? Have you opened the cover?
Oh, do I open the cover on this one? Oh yeah, I do. So I make sure it's first because I don't know how much seed uses or grass.
I'm not wasting any time. I'm just racing down there.
You and me
Well,
both.
So you have like you have 8 wheels. You don't have to worry about drifting or being overweight.
Yeah, we've actually been asking about that, Juicy. We announced Yukon River Valley on last Saturday's stream, asking people what our goals should be. And, I mean, we have some ideas already. At least how we're starting out, but we don't know what the final goals should be. It's going to be a bit of a different type of playthrough, though, so it's hard to decide what are reasonable goals. I mean, we have one person who keeps suggesting that we, start from scratch, limited money, know this, that. Well, we've already got a setup in mind that we are sticking with, so that's not an option. But, there's a lot of different industries. We are starting with limited equipment smaller equipment, no unrealistic equipment. There won't be any mega mods or anything like that. We are not using one of the pre-made farms. We are going to be building a farm just from the land that we're able to get our hands on to start with. Yep, Lifehawk. I actually should have mentioned that there are thunderstorms rolling in down here today, so
I got 119.
yeah, I'll just
I'm gonna
jump
follow
on
Caveman then.
120 then.
Because I think oh, you guys both have the same massive plows.
Oh yeah, I wasn't fooling around.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Planted a little bit, huh? You see that, Caveman?
Actually, Andrew, that is not a bad idea. At least for part of the stream, it could be a bit of a map tour.
Oh, we can do that.
What do you guys think about that? I mean, not on the map we're going to play on because we're going to have particular things set up and everything. But that'd give us an idea of what people want to see us do.
Yeah. Orcs do. Oh no, the field was actually cultivated. So you think just go straight in planting.
It doesn't need to be
field?
plowed.
I think the only caveman's in. Let's see.
No, the one I'm in it was planted.
Oh, was it planted?
Yes.
Okay, then never mind.
That's probably a good idea, Juicy. Kind of going from stream to stream, but I like Andrew's idea a lot because letting people see what's on the map and what's available if they haven't had a chance to look at it themselves would go a long way toward helping them sort out the goals. But it's not going to be anything ridiculously extreme. Although my first thought was, you know, we should try to make $100 million. I still don't think that's that unreasonable goal based on the map.
What about we try to make money cap?
What, 999, all the
Yep.
nines?
Yep. Or you think that would take too long?
I think that would take too long.
I truly think we don't know until we test.
That's true too.
Are you using GPS, Caveman?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I hit the trees. That's why I get off hitting
Okay.
trees.
That makes sense then. I was like, cause you're wider than me, so you should like be the same width, and yet you're getting pretty close to me. I'm like, huh, okay.
Okay, Lifehawk, that's a great goal. We have to get to 100 million. We can only have one. Well, there's no axes in the game, so we'll have to do it through chainsaws. But we get one chainsaw, and we have to make $100 million. And nobody tunes in whatsoever, and it's the shortest stream career ever.
Only chainsaw, so it means no truck or anything.
It says only through logging, but with an axe. So, don't give them any bright ideas, Sharko. That means we have to chop down the trees. We can't have a tree harvester.
No, well, harvesting with a chainsaw. But does that mean you're not allowed a truck? So to move it, we have to cut up into logs and walk it to the sawmill.
Don't give them any bright ideas, Sharko.
Not me.
No, thank you.
You guys know Lifehawk at this point. He's a wild man.
I mean, we could do what Ghost Pepper said.
No.
No.
Start from 0 and only allowed to do contracts and.
I'm getting severely hung up in this field. I don't know why.
Should we be limited to hard difficulty or? Here's on everyone's opinion on that.
Well,
We can also ask all these questions too on next stream. About 7 days of life, but about 45 hours of game time. Oh my god. My fuck. What do you do to yourself?
I'm stuck. I can't get through this. Well, there it goes. It finally pulled free. I don't know what it was. I'll have to come back and hit that again.
I think then I'm trying to think. Or should we play on normal difficulty or hard difficulty? You still haven't decided that.
That's one of those things. It's hard to know until you get in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give you a prime example. So I have difficulty, economic difficulty set to normal on Ravensburg.
Mhm.
I did one tree harvest on there, if you saw the most recent Ravensburg,
Mhm.
and just made a ridiculous amount of money off of it.
You
And I'm
did.
like, if I clear that whole area and stay on normal difficulty, I'm pretty much done. Frau Baumann has all the money she needs to buy all the cattle she needs to put those other guys out of business. So
Mhm. I mean, yeah. 'Cause we want it to be not like extremely fast paced. We do have. I mean, we can also just limit ourselves to money too if we see like or like change difficulty if we're setting it too fast.
Well, I figured we'd start on hard, and if it's going too slow, then we could, decrease it.
That's true too. That's true too. You can do that. Yeah.
that's probably the better option. Start on hard and then turn it down if it's too much of a hassle.
I think the problem is yeah. The thing is also the possibility of making a lot of money on that map is huge. So hard difficulty doesn't necessarily mean it will make it bad. Like it could be possible where like if we play on normal, definitely not easy because easy is way too much money. We only do it. We've done that in 2 streams if we were on easy. But don't drive over what I just planted. Okay, you did pick it up.
Plant growth fast isn't necessarily a bad idea either. So, because here's the thing, when we're doing farming challenges like we have on Island Life, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's been a heck of a challenge, but it becomes very repetitive very quickly. And what I'm very focused on at this point is, trying to change things up throughout a stream as much as possible, so we're not just harvesting fields for an hour.
No, we will be mining on the map.
So I know it gets repetitive sometimes, and I appreciate that, Juicy. The truth is, the stream was never my focus. It was something I started to do just so I could get to know you guys a little bit better, and maybe, if you guys had questions or wanted to know more about Harv's World or what was going on, and just to play casual, because frankly, I don't get to play the game casual anymore. I really don't. If I'm on the game, I'm recording something, I'm planning a recording, I'm grabbing footage to do something else, I'm building, well, you're going to see in a few days. And I did want to announce, for those of you who are waiting, check the channel tomorrow because there's going to be something interesting. We're not going to have a Chellington video tomorrow, which is normally what happened because obviously Chellington has left the building. But I have a little something special for in the morning. And those of you who have been waiting patiently for the last 3.5, 4 months will finally get what you've been looking for. Well, and that's the thing about Yukon River Valley 2 Life, Hawk, is, there are so many options available.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just one kind of mining. I mean, there's one thing that we can possibly do, and I don't want to spoil it because it's it's gonna take a little bit of a wacky setup to actually make it possible, just because of the way the map has presented it. So it'll be interesting if that one we can actually pull off at all. I do want to say, however, since we're talking so much about this right now, that I want to give big props to Caveman for this. First of all, the map was his idea, and secondly, he has put a ton of work into finding mods and interesting pieces of equipment that we can use. He's really gone above and beyond to put this together.
That he has.
For Harv's World, and so you know, big props to Caveman. He's always been a good friend to me personally and to Harv's World as a channel, and I wouldn't be where I am without guys like him and Charco and others too. I mean, the folks in my Discord, they might not think they're doing anything necessarily, but they really do help. So I appreciate all of you guys out there who take the time to enjoy my content. It's really why I do it. I do it for you guys. I'm not going to say I don't get something out of it, because I genuinely do, but that's right, guys. Fill up the chat with Caveman. Do some hashtag Caveman. Awesome Caveman. Caveman rules. Caveman is the bomb. Whatever your preferred lingo is.
Don't say that in an airport.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
I totally have not done that once when I was little.
That's the bomb. Okay, here is a true story. This is an absolutely true story. I was an ornery college student, let's say. When I was in college, George Bush Sr. was running for president. And I started my college career as a music major, playing the French horn. And I was in the marching band. And yes, I do have that one time at band camp stories. But our band got invited to go to another university who refused to do it, actually, to play for one of George Bush Sr.'s campaign speeches, campaign rallies. And of course, I mean, he was vice president at this point in time. And so our band went up there, and oh my gosh, I was such an ornery kid. So, okay, first thing, we're in the parking lot, and there's just security all over the place. And now this wasn't like, this particular instance was not like presidential security. It was just sort of like campus security.
Like one police car or something? Or?
Well, it was just basically the university equivalent of a mall cop walking through the parking lot. So my girlfriend at the time, she had a problem with the zipper on her pants. Literally, that's what the issue was. She had a problem with the zipper. And I was knelt down in front of her, and I had a safety pin, and I was pinning the zipper closed. And this security woman comes over, and she's like, "What are you doing over here?" And I said, "What does it look like? Are you jealous or something?" So, anyway, moving right along, we're finally all set up and ready to go. The band is lined up, and we have to go through a full-blown Secret Service checkpoint. And there, you know, you have to lift up your instrument to your lips. You have to blow air through it and make a noise so that they know it's an actual working instrument, etc., etc.
Yeesh, that sounds like a lot of work.
And so, all the while we're standing in line, I kept leaning over to my friends at that point, and I kept saying, and this is awful. I mean, I'm actually embarrassed by it now, but I just kept leaning over to them and saying, "Pull the pin now. Pull the pin now."
God.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Yes, I was a bad boy in college. Yes, yes, I was.
I mean,
At least you didn't have
both
to
things
check
are
a
bad.
drum. At least you didn't have to check a drum set.
That's true.
You know what's funny? He went for more security than I went for Canada's one.
I just plowed over your planting because I needed to come back and hit the spot. But I still can't get through it. What is going
not my
on
seed.
with this area?
Yeah, I'm seeing that. You're struggling.
Is there an invisible collision box there, Harv?
I don't
There
know.
might be. Well, he did
I
it
think
though.
I finally got it.
Harv came back to finish it, and he had already planted over it. You know, I was going on a cruise ship this one time, and I don't know if security heard me or not, because nothing happened. I just remember my parents getting really angry at me for that. Is saying, my dad's the bomb. I
Oh.
swear for security checkpoints. I was young, so like my brain was he's amazing. Not fully registering what that actually like could mean.
Was young? You were young?
Yes.
You're still young.
Exactly.
I was like, I think I was 7, if I remember correctly.
I can travel outside the U.S. I just have to have 2 Secret Service agents with me at all time.
Beesh, yeah, pull the pin. I mean, both ways that's wrong, but
Oh, it's totally wrong.
that's though. Oh my gosh.
I-
Did they hear you or at all or anything?
I wasn't saying it loud enough to be heard. I at least was
Okay.
smart enough not to do that.
Okay, okay. Which is funny because I know like some in the States you guys have like metal detectors outside your high schools and all that. Like you have security walking your halls apparently.
At my high school, you just had 2 cops.
That's just weird thinking. Like we don't have any of that.
We didn't have anything
Even-
else. We had 2 cops.
The only time we've ever had like security is prom night, and there was just one like mall cop at the door for prom night. That's it. That's all we have at our high school.
That's because it was prom night.
Prom night's other than that, it'd be like no other security at our school ever. And that's almost any school in Canada. We don't really have to worry about metal detectors or anything.
We never really had security at prom. At my school.
I don't remember security at, well, this was all 20 years pre 9/11, so it wasn't that big of an issue back then. I remember
Well, I know-
smoking areas in my high school, though.
We have smoking areas. Even though you're not, it's weird. But no, mostly because you'd be surprised on how many kids show up to prom already just wasted.
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised either.
That's why the security's there. That's literally the only reason why security's there.
This is the biggest field we own, by the way.
121. Oh, I bet.
I know what one thing we can do on next stream. Just because
What's
I'm
that?
curious about it. Well, we have that cotton field. We might harvest that if we have the money for it. Yeah, we'll have the money for it.
Well, you can lease.
We're probably going to clip each other here, Caveman. I don't think I lined up exactly right.
Okay, let's see whose tractor's more powerful.
The Fent. You haven't gotten hung up on anything yet. I have.
I think the class would be bigger just because of the fact that it has more wheels.
Oh yeah, you're way off the line. There, Harv.
You're off the line.
The
Hey, I
class,
started this field.
the class didn't even budge.
I don't think the Fent did either, actually, to be fair.
I can tell you I didn't slow down any.
Neither did the fan or the class. They're just so powerful they don't even care about each other. That's what happened.
I'm out of order. You're out of order. That's right. You can't handle the line.
Sharko's way out of order. He's not even on the same field.
That's true.
I'm
It's
still
very true
still
on
off.
Mayfield.
There's
You
no
guys
way
might-
I will get this lined up just right without being basically next to you, so
Well, if GPS isn't the same amount of isn't the exact same amount of feet, then you're never going to be lined up.
this is this is as close as I can get it.
Alright, I'll just go to the other end of the field and work the funky edge and we'll meet
No,
in the middle.
let's just get together and run side by side and we'll be good.
I just realized. Hey, Caveman, you know I'm building a boat? Because everyone know I'm building a boat. You're solar powered.
That's right, Lifehawk. This whole court is pit of Purder. I don't know what pit of Purder is, but
I think he's meant to say order. Might be wrong though.
if you're being literal, yes. But I wasn't going the literal route. I was going
No.
the goofy route.
Okay, no, never mind. For a second, I thought the labels on this battery I have in front of me were wrong. I was concerned.
Yeah, I'm waiting on you, Harv.
Out. Oh, square to put it out.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
I order out too many times.
But actually, that is cool, and I didn't mean to just gloss over it. But yeah, Sharko is 3D printing a boat
Yeah, that I am.
that
And,
he designed
also print-
himself.
Yes, and also I print down hard world merch.
Oh, is this boat you're 3D printing big enough for you to ride on?
No. It's
I'm not
about
impressed yet then.
it's about 1.5 feet. Hey, maybe one day, Caveman. When I get a big enough printer.
Did you change your line? No, maybe not. It almost looks like that's not wide enough for me, but we'll see what happens.
I didn't change anything. I just skipped over one.
Because I actually
GPS
got my
line.
line pretty accurate based on the where you had gone. Like on that edge.
Do I have to plant these fields perfectly?
Yes.
Okay.
This
He
is
is 120%.
Okay. Just gonna plant over everything.
there's no
I mean,
slacking. There's no slacking in field planting.
You see this though, Harv? You see that though? See how far off that is?
I know, that's what I'm talking about. I came down that line perfectly on that edge. And now we're off by like 5 meters.
And you guys
forget
line
it.
up behind each other?
It'll work. It'll work itself out eventually.
Yes. They're using, for getting ready for Mars and all that. Yeah, I have seen those.
3D printed houses. That's kind of cool.
There's multiple. There's ones that 3D print bricks, and then like a giant robot will come and place the bricks in a house. And there's one that they use like a paste, like a clay paste, and it prints like houses using that. They are all really cool.
I think
Maybe
the
like
coolest one I've seen is the one that you back a concrete truck up to this
Oh, the
thing
concrete one?
and you dump concrete into it, and then it's setting bricks, like cinder blocks down. They're still wet
I've seen that one. Yeah, that one's cool too.
in the shape of the house, and that way you don't have to use any kind of stuff between them. They're still wet and they fuse together when you set them. But when they harden, I don't understand exactly how they do that to make that work, but it's cool.
I've seen it. It is very cool.
That kind of reminds me of those curb shapers. Have you ever seen those when they want to run
Yeah, the curb
curb?
shapers,
They've got they fill them up with
Yep.
cement,
Concrete
and then
grooves,
it
yeah.
just runs along and creates a curb. They can like
Mm-hmm.
curve it any way they want to.
Have you ever ran one of those?
No.
They're not fun.
No, they're not.
They're not fun at all.
But all these homes though, where they do it automatically, so you just kind of tell it where to build the house and it will do it. But I've seen like homes where they have like pre-built signs. You can build the house a day. They're really like impressive.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I almost guarantee you that'll be the way of the future very soon.
But Dad, it's the future.
Back to the future, which is now in the past.
Yeah, see, now I'm off. There's some funkiness going on here. I don't know what it is.
You've just been off this whole time.
I haven't though. I've been following my line. I just realigned it. I'm still overhung with you. You're off somehow. You've got some weirdness going on over there. Because you skipped a row, but you haven't skipped an entire row.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, man, just do an auto width again. I should fix it.
It didn't change anything.
Huh. You guys should see if you guys have the same number.
Mine says 80.21 feet.
Mine says 74.73 feet.
Yeah, that would be the 8 feet.
That would be it.
Now it's changed.
To 80.21.
Yep, and oh my god, it threw me way off my line.
I'm coming for you, boy.
I know, because they want to get 3D printing for homes, so when you send people to Mars or the moon or something, we just go be like, good luck, build a home, bye. We can send robots there first.
And I think we're going to be going for about another 7 minutes, and we're going to call it a day here. This is
4:30.
pretty. Yeah, 4:30. This is all we're going to be doing at least for today anyway.
And then we're basically done this world.
We're basically done here,
Close
so
map.
it'll just be a few little wrap-up jobs on Saturday, checking out.
Yeah, like an hour maybe on this, and then switching to an hour viewing the new map.
Or vice versa. Either way, it's a switch between maps, so.
Yeah. It's a shame you can't just switch maps on the fly.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
Go ahead, at the end of this row, Caveman, do just a complete about face and then realign on the edge. And then I will realign however you end up set up, and then that should get us sorted. With this
Okay.
whole sorted affair.
Oh yeah, JuiceTube, I do actually have a website that I'll be posting everything I design onto and everything.
Okay, there you go. That's a fresh realign.
Excellent. I'm just trying to get this one little.
No one's interested, yes, I do have a website that I sell things on.
And yes, I should point that out. Sharko does do 3D printed merchandise for Harv's World as well as for himself. He's got a very nice website that he worked very hard on, that he has been linking throughout the stream. It's got some cool stuff. We need to get some pictures of that, Sharko, so I can share them with everybody.
Oh yes, I can do that, yeah.
Say, Sharky, you might want to throw those back in chat, so if anybody's interested, they can see it.
I'll do Harvard's merch first, because I always do that.
And Teespring has Actually, I got a couple shirts from Teespring, and I was very pleasantly surprised with the quality. It was much better than I expected, and I've got the prices set there as low as I can. Teespring, I think, prices everything for big, big, big YouTubers, and they don't think about the little guys, so I have cut those prices way back. And I got a couple of my own t-shirts, and I actually was very impressed by the quality of the work they were doing there, so I'll need to try to get a couple pictures of those, also real life merch.
And I also need to send Harp you some of your own merch too. Remind me to do that.
You still haven't sent me the bill for the gifts that we mailed out.
Oh yes, I received a phone call. They should be going, or for I think 2 of them, go customs. So.
Oh man, they still haven't gotten them yet?
Oh, I just got the phone call. I'm like, oh gosh. But I've changed it now, so you will get them within a week or 2. And I do worldwide shipping. I did set that up. So yeah, apparently if you don't pay for customs and set all that up, it takes a very long time apparently to go through.
Now that's very strange. Just like 2 minutes ago we were at 10 likes, and all of a sudden we're back down to 8 likes. What did we do, guys? What did we do to offend you?
Are you going too long? Is it just plowing is not interesting?
I don't know what happened.
It's disgusting outside where I live.
Yeah, and it's like 90 degrees here outside.
Is that warm or cold? Or is that
90 degrees is hot.
okay. I don't know Fahrenheit very well, so.
2 days ago, it was like in the 30s and like in the 20s and the 30s. Now it's 90.
Yeah, it was in the 80s here yesterday, and it's going to drop back down into the 40s and 50s before the end of the week.
I don't think the weather knows what it wants to do.
Yeah, when I finish this boat, I'm going to see if I can try and post updates about the boat on my Instagram. If you guys are interested in that. I don't have a link for that, but it's on my website. And I will try to post pictures about it and see and do all that. Nothing to do with farming sim though, but. I mean, I could try and see if we can do some type of farming sim thing, but pretty hard to try and design things without having licenses to use them. Don't want to get in trouble for using a license without permission.
Or you can always design your own things. Completely from scratch, completely custom.
Yeah, design my own tractor.
Absolutely.
A lizard tractor.
You could make your own brand, Sharko.
That's true, I could do that.
The Sharko.
I never thought of that. An RC tractor. That'd be cool.
Well, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up for this afternoon. All the way to the bitter end. We're pretty much shot here on Island Life. A little bit of cleanup. Some looking at Yukon River Valley on Saturday. That was a great suggestion by Andrew. Maybe figuring out what our goals are going to be. Yeah, thank you, Andrew, for that.
Greatly appreciate that.
Thank you, Caveman. Thank you, Sharko, for helping out today.
No worries.
Anytime.
Thank you for having us on.
Yeah.
Everyone, very much appreciate you coming along for the ride, as always. Yeah, there we go. So until next time, take care.